the case I'm trying to, I don't know if it's Mitch Marner or something else, but say Michkov does come over early. I want someone around him who's better than him. Like, he steps on this team and he's the best player on this team.
Right.
Obviously, like, development, he's not there yet in terms of like the star he's going to be, but just like puck skills, ability to score, the hype, all, like, he is the premier player on this team when he steps on the ice for this team. I want someone who can play off of him. I want someone he can play off of and like set him up for a goal. He can maybe just, you know, throw a pass up when he's in a slump and, hey, man, he's not on a 3-game pointless drought. He just picked up an assist because another dude made a play. Like, I think that's huge for his confidence and development, having somebody who's equally as good. And you're seeing that with Panarin and Lafreniere. Like, oh, how do we fix him? Oh, yeah, put him with Panarin. And then suddenly you're getting more out of both.
Yeah, that's a really good point. Like, I mean, like Edmonton, when Connor McDavid came in, he'd have like a bunch of good players.
He's expected to drive the bus right away. And like, it's Connor McDavid. He's the best player in the league. Yeah. He can do it. If Michkov turns out to be the best player in the league, who gives a shit? But probably not. Like, the chances of that are slim. So I think it'll just help everyone if he has somebody to play off of right away. Like, even if he comes over early and he's not in his prime yet and maybe we're not ready to contend, I still think it makes sense to at least go spend on one guy, whether it's a trade or a free agent, to just kind of help prop him up and like have a duo that can, like, on the power play, not be the worst power play in the league because of him and another guy.
Yeah, but not even like Michkov, Bill, but like we've had like a couple players that stepped up big in those late games. Like, you look at Owen Tippett, Tyson Forster, Bobby Brink. Having a veteran player like that can score at that clip can even help out those type of players to bring them to the next level too.
I talked about this, you know, when we were doing the player grades. On one point, I'm definitely disappointed Owen Tippett. Like, last year he had 27 goals. This year he had 28. People were saying like, oh, this is the year he takes the step to 35. You know, Jim Jackson, Charlie interviewed him before the season, was like, I think he can score 40. And it's like, I'm disappointed he didn't seem to take like another step, just kind of repeated a very good year that he had from the previous season. At the same time, I look at it and go, all right, he's a goal-scoring winger. They have no playmaking centers. How much better can he be without a compliment to what he does? Yeah, like Morgan Frost is their best playmaking center. He's a nice little player.
Yeah.
If Morgan Frost is your best playmaking center, you don't have any. Like, that's not good enough. And that's kind of the situation they're in now. Like, yes, I kind of want them. I think there's a chance they're worse next season, and they're maybe drafting higher, and perhaps that's good. But there are players on this team. Tyson Forster, 20 goals as a rookie. Awesome.
Yeah.
You know how he scores 30? If someone can set him up for a one-timer, every now and then someone can set him up for a one-timer on the power play, he can get the 30. Like, I do want to still focus on this rebuild, and maybe it's not the time to spend major assets on guys. But there are a couple of dudes who would really benefit in their development from having someone else to play off of.
Yeah, like we just said, like, you have kids here who can take that next level, and maybe a veteran player can help them. But like, Ivan, look, we talk about Owen Tippett's shot. Imagine Owen Tippett's shot on a confident power play unit as well. We're probably talking about that 7 goals to get him to that 35 goal plateau. And that's part of having a veteran player like that.
I think he had like 2 or 3 power play goals this year. Like, for a guy to score 28 and basically all at 5-on-5 and none of them on the power play, that's a really good season.
Yeah.
Like, that's pretty good. And if he's this good and the power play just isn't the worst thing you've ever seen, he doesn't even have to necessarily get better. He'll just have more opportunity to actually score.
We all silly like the mayor.